freaked out. It was great.
I didn't freak out. I just said that she pooped in my
You
hand.
had a minor freak out.
You had a
Tasty. Oh, we're at Way Tasty Asian for some Chinese food because I was really craving Chinese food. So here we are.
So yeah, we're gonna go inside and we might give you Julianne's reaction when she eats food because I've been here before. So.
All right.
Okay, let's do this. Bye.
Yeah, show us your food. What'd you get?
I got General Tso's chicken and it came with rice and an egg roll. It was the special for today.
And 2 broccoli.
And 2 broccolis.
And I got chicken fried rice. Okay, taste it.
It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Does this satisfy your Chinese needs?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so we are back in the car. And we just ate. Julianne, how was your meal?
It was pretty good. I mean,
Pretty
I'm
good.
full. So that's. Oh shoot. I just turned off my car. Anyways, after already turning it up.
All the things we hope for in a meal. What are we doing now?
I don't know, Alex. What are we doing now?
Oh look, if you look in the sun, you can see the red in my hair from painting. We can go to confession.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to confession and daily mass, but we can't get communion because we just ate.
No, we can get it.
Oh, we can get communion. Just kidding. Julianne, do you want to talk a little bit about confession?
What? Like explain it?
Yeah. My viewers might not be Catholic.
What kind of viewers are you? What did this app do?
The world? Wait, pause the vlog. Hi, Clarissa. Bunyan. Julianne, where are we right now?
We're at St. Peter's.
We're at St. Peter's.
It's a cookout. We ate already, so here we are.
We did.
Wait, feature Cody now.
Hi. What are y'all doing?
Don't encourage her. Eating some chips.
That's good.
They're good. Yeah. She's also eating.
It's a fun time. Say hi to the vlog.
Hi to the vlog.
Steven, say hi to the vlog. Yeah, I'm part of my vlog. Andrew, what are you doing right now?
I just ate a bite of potato salad.
Was it good?
Yeah, sorry for talking in my mouth.
We're good. Hi, we're back. So, Clarissa.
Hello.
Julianne.
Hi.
And you can kind of see her buttons.
She's trying to get her in the frame. Oh my gosh.
Buttons.
So soft.
Yes. Buttons. Julianne, what is your goal with buttons?
So we want to first bond with buttons because you have to, establish a little bit of trust before you train the animal. So basically what I want to do is I want to condition buttons to do different things, like eat out of your hand, do tricks, like love you, basically. So we're going to do some...
Make her love me.
We're going to do some classical conditioning, hopefully, whenever we start bonding with her for a little bit, but using Pavlov's classical conditioning method and trying to train her. And yeah.
Why do you want to do this?
Why? Well, if you don't know, I'm a psych major, so I think this is interesting, and I also was not able to take learning and behavior, which is what they do. They do this same exact thing that we're about to do with buttons, but with rats, and so I don't get this opportunity because I'm not in the class, and since I'm not in the class, I want to do it with buttons. So,
Do you have any hypothesis?
well, I think buttons currently at this point, she has been traumatized by something because she really doesn't like people. So it's gonna take a while to bond with her, but hopefully we'll be able to establish a little bit of trust so that we can train her effectively.
Cool. Clarissa?
Hello.
Would you like to tell the story about how you got buttons?
So, I think it was really just fate or like God talking to me.
God talking to you.
What happened was I got a notification on my phone that was like, hey, it's your adoption anniversary of Smalls. And I was like, Smalls died. And then
Smalls?
and my first hamster.
Was she also the same breed?
No, she was a Syrian hamster. She was a big one. With this little pen, we had to put like a box on top of it because she would climb over it and escape. And I'm still low-key worried she will, but she's too small to like climb up there. But Smalls definitely was able to like climb up and get out.
Anyways.
So, but yeah, so I got a notification it was her adoption anniversary, and then I realized it was also close to her death anniversary, and then someone on Tumblr posted about their pets, and I was like, I miss my pet. And so then, like, someone on Facebook also posted about their pets, and I was like, I miss my pet. So then I was like, it's been a year, I think it's time. And I was also really stressed about finals. So I decided to go look to see how much it would cost, and then Alex came into the room and saw what I was doing. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, looking at hamsters. And she was like, do you want one? I said, of course. And then I called my roommate, and I called my dad, and I was like, should I? And they were like, why not? And I was like, all right, let's do it. So Alex and I went to which one did we go to first?
Petco.
We went to Petco first. They did not have any girls, and I was like, I want a girl. So then we went to PetSmart, and they had girls, and it was love at first sight. For me, anyway. She's still working on affection.
Cool.
She hates me.
She climbed on your hand.
Oh, she really is familiar with it. She likes climbing on hands, I guess.
Clarissa, why doesn't your hamster climb on your
She
hand?
hates me!
Yeah, why doesn't she climb on your hand? Wait, come climb on my hand. Hey, chicken nugget. Oh, shoot.
So Julianne has this habit of calling everything a chicken nugget.
I do.
I have a habit of calling animals babe.
Come on. Welcome. Anyways, last time I held her, she pooped in my hand, so we'll see how this works this time.
Okay. Are you having fun?
Yeah, she's really soft. She's really small.
She's so soft.
But last time I held her, she pooped in my hands, which was actually like 2 minutes ago. So I hope that she doesn't poop in my hands again.
I didn't vlog that, unfortunately. She freaked out. It was great.
I didn't freak out. I just said that she pooped in my
You had a
hand.
minor freak out.
You had a
Clarissa,
minor
help,
freak
help,
out.
help. Clarissa,
Yeah.
please. Clarissa, help. You
I
have
just
hands,
repeat
help.
myself. Is she biting me?
She might be doing a little nibble, but as long as you don't get a cut, she didn't really bite you.
Have you gotten a cut from her before?
Yes.
Ow.
Okay,
Clarissa, tell us a story about what you were just saying.
so here's the thing. Most hamster things are made for dwarf hamsters and not for Syrian hamsters. So this cage pen thing is perfect for this precious little dwarf hamster because she's definitely too small to climb up over. I didn't know that when I got my Syrian hamster, who is larger. And even though she's not as tall as this cage pen thing, she was able to climb out of it. And I didn't know that the first time I connected her cage to theirs. Because I wanted to connect it so she would have more enrichment. She would get out of the confines of a cage and have more open air. So I left. When I came back, I realized she was nowhere to be found. And I found her behind the washer machine. And I said, don't do that. And I tried to get her out with like a Swiffer. And she was able to get out. But I couldn't catch her because I didn't want to like kill her while I was trying to like catch her. I didn't want to be too rough. And so then she went from like the hallway with the washing machine. She went all the way around to the living room, all the way over to the kitchen, and ended up behind the fridge. But it was the new fridge that barely fit into the wall. So she like used her hamster skeleton spine to squeeze in there, and I was terrified to move the fridge because it barely fit in that part of the wall. As in, if I moved it, I could possibly be squishing the hamster to death. But I also couldn't let my hamster die behind the fridge. So I had to move the fridge, and I couldn't find a hamster, and I was terrified that I had killed my hamster. But then I found out that the little rat had climbed up the wires into the nook of the wall, and she was safe. And I was able to grab her and put her inside the cage, and I did not use this with her unless I was supervising. Or I put a lid on top of it. Also, she used to open up her hamster ball from the inside. So I let Buttons and I used to let Smalls run around in the hamster ball when I was in the shower, because I take longer showers, and it's just a lot of time for them to run around. And the first couple times I did that, I realized that Smalls had escaped from her ball. So I had to start taping it shut.
Clarissa takes 30-minute showers.
22.
30.
Sometimes 30.
It rounds.
Sometimes 40. I've occasionally done the 50.
Does your skin not get wrinkly?
If it's so wrinkly,
Ew.
but the water feels so good.
Ew.
I love water. Leave me alone. When I was
And yet you don't drink any.
Nope. Because I'm well aware what this hamster poop looks like.
Well, yeah, but like, where are the seeds coming from?
I really do think they're from her mouth.
Alex, this isn't entertaining. I'm just asking a question.